and welcome. My name is Thomas McGee, and in this video I wanted to show you how to use the full focus planner in tandem with a digital tool. So this is a question I've seen come up many times before. If you're not already familiar with the full focus planner, it is a planner that's put out by the Michael Hyatt team. It is a completely analog tool, which seems crazy in today's digital age, but as I can attest, and many others as well, it's an excellent productivity tool. But one of the issues, however, that we can run into from time to time is that regardless of how well it works, we still do have to use digital tools along with it, especially if you collaborate with a team. When it comes to collaborating with people who may not even be in the same state or even in the same country as you, you need to be able to keep track of specific tasks and assignments and communication that you can't necessarily do from within a planner. So what I was going to do today is just show you what I do and some of the tools I have used, hopefully just to give you some ideas. This is by no means the correct or proper or only way to do this, but I just thought I wanted to share these things with you, if for no other reason than just to give you some ideas of how you can incorporate your digital tools with the full focus planner. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so I work with some software called Basecamp. So before I go on and say anything else, it's important to know that you don't necessarily have to use Basecamp for this to work. You can use whatever service or software you want. I just want to show you really briefly my workflow so that you can take whatever ideas or creativity you want to and apply it to your own workflow. Okay, so what I do to start a day typically is I will start and I will look at my primary active project. So what do I mean by that? Meaning I've got a lot of projects, that I've got within Basecamp. So at its core, Basecamp is project management software. But what I always do is I pin to the top the projects which are the highest priority. In my case, these tend to be the projects that I am doing for clients. So what I do is I'll pin those to the top. Then what I do is I'll go through each of these projects individually and I'll take a look at what the next action for each of these projects is. So I'll take a look. I'm not going to go through and give you all the details of what Basecamp does. It allows you to do chats. We can open up message threads. It's got all our tasks, schedule out events, manage our documents, and well as our files. But what I'll typically do is I'll go through and I'll jump into our task list and I will see the next action that I need to take within Basecamp. So what does this have to do with the full focus planner? So what I will do as I'm looking through all my projects in Basecamp, I'll go through and I'll find out what is the next action that I need to take on this project. Do I need to create a new mockup? Are we waiting on the client? It doesn't matter. What is the next action for this particular project? Then what I'll do is I'll jump over to my full focus planner. And if you're familiar with the planner, a big part of it, something that's really useful about it, is the daily big three. So what I'll do is after I've gone through all my projects in Basecamp, I've determined what the next action is. I will write down the name of the project and or the next action for that project. And I'll prioritize those. I'll pick what are the most important 3 things of all my projects and tasks that I want to get done today, that need to get done today. And I will list those as my daily big 3 for the day in the full focus planner. So that's step 1. Step 2, after I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to pick the secondary tasks. So let's say there's another project that I'm working on and, it's got other tasks that I could get done. So what I'll go ahead and do then is I'll take another task. Maybe it doesn't need to get done today. Maybe the priority isn't as high, but I think if I structure my time properly, I'm going to be able to get through these tasks as well. I will then write that in the secondary set of tasks in the full focus planner. So you might be wondering, well, why do this? Why copy this into a planner if you've already got it in Basecamp, or if you use something like Todoist or another app? Why copy this then into the planner? Why not just use your app? And the reason comes back to the name, focus, because what I can do is I can focus on those daily big 3. I can structure my day around those big 3 and then move on to the secondary tasks. What this enables me to do is really focus on the specific things I need to do. Part of the problem with any app, and Basecamp is no exception, is that it can throw so much information at you that it can be easy to lose track of the things that you actually need to get done that day. The nice thing about the Full Focus Planner is that it breaks everything down into a day, so that on the left side you have your tasks and your calendar. On the right side you have notes. So I will typically block out, I've done another video on the Full Focus Planner where I actually break down how I do calendar blocking with it. So I'll leave a link above somewhere. But check out that video if you'd like to see how I do some of my calendar blocking. But then off to the right, I'll take notes that are relevant to that day, that at the end of the day, I will then copy down, whether it's to assign a task to a team member, or whether it's something I need to do myself or something I need to put on the calendar. I'll jot that down in the planner as I'm working. At the end of the day, I'll put that into a digital medium. So the bottom line is, what I like to do is use the physical planner just for myself as a way to help me hone in and focus on the things that I need to get done. From the digital side, I still have those things managed within that software. However, I like to keep those managed and organized in such a way as to where they're also useful for other people. So the software for me is, one, collaboration with other members of a team. Number two, kind of the bird's eye view, everything, all the information. The Full Focus Planner for me is then going to be what I'm going to break down into that day, just for me and that day. So I know what things I need to get done in order to move all of those projects forward. So again, pretty short video today, but I just wanted to share with you a little bit of my method of how I incorporate the Full Focus Planner with my digital software. Again, you can apply this to anything. So you don't necessarily have to be using Basecamp. You can use Things, you can use Todoist, you can use Asana, whatever your tool is. Hopefully this gives you some ideas of how you can start incorporating the two together to have a more effective workflow. So as always, if you found this video useful, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.